hi Jason and JTV. We wanted to send you a video and talk about ourselves a little bit and let you guys get to know us a little bit better. So we're going to talk about ourselves as individuals, how we met, now the mess we've gotten ourselves into with this house and how we came to this point. So Mark's going to tell you a little bit about himself.
So my name is Mark. I am first generation American. Both of my parents were born in Mexico. My grandfather came here as a part of the Bracero program. Both of my parents came here in their mid-teens. One of the obvious reasons that they came here was for a better life, and I have been able to achieve that. I'm 33 years old. I've managed to work very hard. I've managed to earn a degree in history. I've managed to, with the support of my wife and my family, I've been able to earn 2 master's degrees. I'm the first one in my family to earn a master's degree.
He's smart.
And
to get you off of your thought. You teach now?
I teach. So one of the things that I wanted to do was teach. I actually didn't know I wanted to teach. I knew I loved history, but I thought to myself, well, what can I make money with teaching? A history degree is teaching. So I've been teaching for about 7-8 years. I teach at an inner city school in Puente, California, 90% Hispanic. It's a challenge at times, but I tell you what, it's incredibly rewarding when you see that little light bulb go on their head and them connecting 2 and 2 together, and they make that connection.
And he's really humble, so he won't say this, so I'll interject and say it. At the last school assembly, one of his previous students, or current students, I forget which, gave him a shout out in the front of the whole school and said that Mr. Munoz was the reason why he kind of started taking school seriously and is now going to be going to college. So he gave a shout out that he's his favorite teacher, so he really works hard to help the kids and empower them and make them believe in themselves. So you wouldn't say that, so that's why I jumped in. Sorry, you're so humble.
So my 2 loves are teaching kids and family. I bought my last house for the sole purpose of creating a home for my wife. I bought the second house together.
The first one he bought for us.
For the sole purpose of creating a family. I made sure that it was safe, quiet, cul-de-sac where the kids can play. The only thing getting in our way is the amount of work that we got ourselves into. Some people say we bit off more than we can chew, but we're up to the challenge. I wake up at 5:30 in the morning. I leave by 6 o'clock. I don't leave work until 4 or 5. I get here maybe about 5:30, 6 o'clock, depending on traffic. Get here, do some chores around the house, feed the dog, grade some papers, make some phone calls. By the time it rolls around, it's 9 o'clock. So my time is very limited, and I try the best that I can. But there's only so much I can do by myself and with my wife.
So we need your help. Can I talk about me now?
Yes.
I love to talk about me. So my name's Amanda. I am also born and raised in Orange County. I originally was born in Seal Beach. That's my dad's hometown that he's very passionate about. And then we moved down south a little bit later when I was about like 3 or 4. And I've always been a South Orange County girl, and this guy is the only one that could get me to move back up to North County, which I love it here, so it's okay. I grew up playing sports. My whole life revolved around sports, whether it be me playing volleyball or softball, or going to see my cousins or my brothers play. My My brother played football, both of them did. My younger brother is actually a minor league baseball player for the Angels, so our weekends are filled watching sports or participating in sports when we were younger. So when we have little ones, I've already told him they're playing football and they're playing volleyball, and he agrees. So we, like I said, I'm really passionate about sports. I went up to school in the Bay Area and played volleyball for my college. I got a scholarship to go up there. I was the captain of my team my senior year, and we almost won the championship. I'm still bitter about that game, but that's okay. I'll get over it one day. Still not, like 7 years later. That's okay. I coached volleyball. I coached 14-year-old girls. It was awesome. I loved it. I coached up there when I was going through college. And I came back down to Orange County once I graduated, and I still coached. Unfortunately, as I've moved up at my company, which is Oakley, which I'll talk about that later, I started to travel a lot more. So I had to unfortunately stop coaching since all the practices are at night and games are on the weekends. And so something I really miss, but I would love to coach our children one day, maybe when work slows down a tad. So I work at Oakley. I work in sales. I love it. If you don't know Oakley, or you're kind of thinking, what is that company name? We're the sunglass company. I'm really passionate about our women's division. It's something new that we just started in 2006. We've been around since 1975, so that's why I say just 2006. So I handle all of our big department stores and like Nordstrom and Bloomingdale's, and we're really focused on selling Oakleys to women for the active lifestyle, she's running marathons or she's doing yoga in the park. And so I'm really, really passionate about it. I love my job. I still stay active, even though I probably should be more active than I am now. We run half marathons together in the past. Probably should do more, but that's okay. We hike. We're always out there. We love being out in the sun in lovely Southern California. So yeah, that's a little bit about myself. One thing that Mark mentioned that I need to touch on too is our love for family. We actually met online. We met on eHarmony, and both of our profiles, the main thing that we talked about was family, and that's, I think, why we were matched together. We had like 86% compatibility, so I think that's pretty good. And both of our profiles, when we looked back at it after we started dating, it was like family, 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 family. He has a big Mexican family, I have a big Italian family, and even though by definition Italians and Mexicans are different and we're from different parts of the world, we are very similar. Our families are loud, they're big, there's a lot of them.
It's that Latin blood.
Yeah, there's a lot of, they're always in our business, they always want to know what we're up to, they always want us over at their house, they love food, they love to drink, it's awesome. So we come from the same background, so even though we're a mixed couple, we're really similar, and that's what we want, is we want to have a family, and we feel like we can't because I might be pregnant and walking up the walkway and trip and fall, and that's obviously not safe. So that's something that we really are excited to start trying for, and we're like right there, but the yard is the one thing that's holding us back. So now we'll talk about JD. This is JD. This is our little fur baby. He is our everything. He is making up for the fact that we don't have a baby right now. So we bought him, 2 years ago? Almost 2.5 years ago. So he always likes to be up in my business. He's very protective of me, and he's Mark's little buddy. He loves to swim in our pool. He's really outgoing. He has a loud bark, which scares some of our neighbors, but he's just a soft at heart. So he is always with us. We have a cat, Sydney. You saw her in our tour of our yard earlier. She was in the corner. She's being a little antisocial right now. She's laying under my bed, or under my car, the bed of my car. So she probably won't make an appearance, but we also love her, even though Mark acts like he doesn't, but he does. So yeah, so that's a little bit about us, and I hope you guys pick us. Like we said earlier, we're really desperate, and we would love to have Jason and his